initial thoughts and impressions. I thought it was interesting that there were so many of us that were 19 years old and in college. So I'm definitely going to consider that for the first quiz, just statistically speaking. Well, the first person to contact me separately was Lane, who I actually voted to be one of the leaders. So I thought that was interesting that he contacted me, because I was interested in contacting him anyway. And he asked me to be in a coalition. So I agreed. And then he told me that he and Joe had decided to be in a coalition and wanted me to be in the coalition with them. So from that moment on, though, Joe sort of took control and seemed to be more of a leader than Lane actually was. He created the chat that was for our threesome coalition. And, okay, Abby, so far I don't know much about her, but she seems kind of off. I don't know if she just doesn't know what's going on or what, but I noticed that after I picked her for our teams, she tried to pick Lane to be on her team when he was the leader. So I'm not sure if she was just having more Skype connectivity issues, or if she was playing dumb, or if she actually was just totally out of it. So far, Tiffany and Lillian, I don't know much about at all. I feel like they haven't been around, and I don't know if that's just if they're like being like Mole by being that because they're staying under the radar, or if they just aren't around because they're busy or whatnot. Joe's been putting a lot of notes together that he's been sharing with me and Lane, which I find interesting, but at the same time, I'm taking the coalition as a 50-50. I'm not giving them all the information and thoughts that I have. I'm keeping it, I'm giving them some information and thoughts that I have, so that way they'll keep talking to me and giving me information, but I'm under the impression that they're doing the same with me, so I'm taking that into consideration. I've been finding Joe a little suspicious because he first took control and was like, oh, we're gonna tell everybody that, Lane and I are in the coalition, you're not. Which I can kind of understand, because that makes it so that we have more information than maybe people suspect. But at the same time, it's a little like he didn't explain himself necessarily. Also, he's decided that he's going to make fake coalitions with Lister, Griffin, and Abby. And he's telling everybody that Lane's the mole, and he's suspicious of Lane being the mole, so that's a little weird that he's really pushing that. Plus, he's pushing to me and Lane that Abby's the mole, and he's like really pushing it, and I feel like he doesn't actually believe that himself, or he wouldn't be sharing it with us so much. So, yeah. So, my bets right now are that I'm not conclusive about anything, but I want to look more into Lillian and Tiffany because I don't know anything about them really. And I want to check more into Joe and Lane since I am in a coalition with them, so I want to see if I can get more information about them from them.